Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is review lesson, and today we learn about the semantic with the topic logic. Alright, so let's start with the first one. So we talk about proposition revisited. So a proposition is the abstract meaning of a declarative sentence when that sentence is used to make an assertion. So we have John is going to the park, John went to the park, John was going to the park. So we will remove all of those their tense, and then we only have John go park, and we have the symbol called G go P. So that proposition. Next, we have logic. So logic means different things to different people. So we have logic or logical mean is something logic is means something reasonable. Sorry, my slide. In a narrow sense, logic deal with meaning in a language system, not actually behavior. Logic deals centrally with propositions. So we also have another term here called notation. Notation is a system of written symbols used especially in mathematics. For them, we have John is married to Mary. So we have notation is G married to M. One of the goals of logic is to describe explicitly the fundamental laws of thought, or we can call rules of inferences. So next we have we have three sentences here. The first sentence is a plant normally gives off oxygen. The second, a rose is a plant, so it's therefore the third one gonna be a rose normally gives off oxygen. So we have the question: does the truth of the third sentence below follow the third sentence necessary from the truth of the first two? So the answer is yes. We have another one. No need. Okay, we have the example. John. The first sentence is John and Mary are married to each other. The second is John is married to someone and Mary is married to someone. Oh, actually, those are the interpretation of Joe and Mary are married. Maybe Jordan's name, but yeah, that's fine. So we have a symbol for conjunction, and we have and symbol for disjunction, or we have V like this. So we have the first sentence here. Stan and Oliver work conscientiously. In the second sentence, Stan and Oliver worked together. So you can see the structure, grammatical structure of those two sentences is verb as is subject, verb, and then adverb bureau. Honestly, I don't know what is the difference between adverb and adverb bureau. I will ask the lecturer next time. So does we have the sentence Stan and Oliver work conscientiously. So that sentence entail Stan work conscientiously, yes. And we have so sometimes similar or identical grammatical structure have different logical form. In order to state this rule of inference systematically, we need to work on the representation of logical form of sentences rather than their grammatical structure. And a system for describing logical thinking contains a notation for representing propositions unambiguously and the rules of inference, defining how propositions go together to make up a valid argument. So we use notation. because it represents an unambiguous proposition. So that's very important, and that's the advantage or one of the biggest advantage of notation. So, oh my god. So we have Fido is a dog, so we will have notation is F dog. And dog will, because it's a predicator, so we need to write it initial in capital line of the word dog, D-O-G. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. We eliminate elements such as be, articles, and certain preposition because they do not affect the truth of the proposition. And tense markers are deleted from the formula for simplification. In a full logical theory senses must be dealt with. Simply assume for each particular example that each logical name identify an individual unambiguously. So we have some practice here. Maybe I don't need to speak aloud. Yeah. So we have some prepositions that do make a contribution to the meaning must be included in the formula of proposition. So we have Kaylin looking for sorry. Kaylin looking for address. Yeah, maybe you I don't know what the Irish means. So what the fact. Kaylin is looking for address. Kaylin is looking at address, and Kaylin is looking up to address. So we have look for, look at, and look after is totally different meaning. So that means that the preposition contribute to the meaning. So when we make a notation, we need to include that preposition. But mostly, the preposition is not necessarily be included in notation. Just some assessment, you know. Alright. So you know sometimes B, MR, B expresses their identity predicate. So B we will have the symbol like equal B, yeah. Okay, so we have the concept of simple proposition is represented by a single predicator. Actually, I don't know what a predicator means. By a single predicator and a number of arguments drawn from names in a language, we self not develop a notation for representing referring expressions which contain predicates embedded in them, like the man in the corner. I don't understand. Because the man in the corner have two predicator, but a simple preposition only have single predicator. It means only one. But man in the corner, we have two predicator is man in corner, so that's not called a simple preposition. Okay. Maybe that's all, I guess. That's all we need to study today. So we have the conjunction and we have the rules of inference, like commutativity of conjunction. From the conjunction of two prepositions, one can infer the conjunction of the same two prepositions in the opposite order. So we have if P and Q are true is a premise. So it means like Q and P are also true. So P and Q stand for any preposition one may think of. And also same to disjunction, or we have the rule of inference, like commutativity of disjunction. So we have if P or Q are 2, so it means that Q or P are also 2. So kind of confusing, but yeah, it's very easier. Okay, so that's for the lesson. Thank you for watching.